Hey everyone, welcome to the show. So it appears that Donald Trump and Elon Musk, their DOGE cuts, have caused the loss of human life. This is what I warned about. I said it would take a while before we saw the fallout from this nonsense, and it's arrived. So this is tragic. This is horrific. Before I get into this story, though, please do me a favor, click the subscribe button below this video. It really helps to get more attention on really, really important topics like this and for others to understand what is truly going on in our country. So here's the deal. Here's what's going on. You may have heard there were absolutely massive tornadoes that ripped through parts of the country. Sadly, 27 people now have died. They believe that that number may increase as more of the devastation is uncovered, as people are found, sadly. But this primarily affected Kentucky, Missouri, and Virginia, those three states, although as I'm going to share with you, there's been fallout in other states in the region, but there was just this massive, massive storm that ripped through. There were tornadoes, there was hail. 100,000 Kentucky residents, as of Saturday morning, had lost electricity. Thousands had lost power in the state of Virginia. The estimate today, or as of today, is that almost 500,000 people are without power from Michigan all the way to Tennessee. I mean, just a huge swath of the country. They were showing videos. There were entire apartment buildings that were just ripped to shreds, like the entire side of an apartment building. I think it was that I saw it was either a home or an apartment building, just completely ripped off. And according to the St. Louis, Missouri mayor, 5,000 buildings in that area have been damaged. Just one area, just one state, one area of the country. So here is where DOGE comes into all of this and why I say they are it seems, we will learn more, but at this point, it seems that they are responsible for the loss of life in these states. So the Washington Post reported that the National Weather Service office in Jackson, Kentucky, quote, was among those forced to stop staffing overnight shifts following the U.S. DOGE service-led efforts to shrink the federal government. So because they were short-staffed, they didn't have anyone to man these desks to tell people, hey, there are storms coming. Hey, we have tornadoes that are whipping up. They're going to be very severe. You might want to get out of the area. They had no one to do that overnight. And it had been reported months ago that DOGE was gutting NOAA, which is the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. In April 1st, to be specific, The Guardian published an article titled Chaos. Trump cuts to NOAA, disrupt staffing and weather forecasts. And in that article, they reported, quote, a sense of chaos has gripped the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, one of the world's premier research agencies, with key staff hastily fired and then rehired, cuts to vital weather forecasting operations, and even a new unsecured server that led to staff being deluged by obscene spam emails. NOAA is currently being upended by Donald Trump's desire to slash the federal government workforce, with more than 1,000 people already fired or resigned from the agency, and 1,000 more staffers are expected to be removed as the purge continues. In total, this represents around 20% of NOAA's workforce. Along with leading climate and marine research, NOAA also houses the National Weather Service, which provides bedrock weather forecasts to private providers and the public. There are concerns that the Trump administration's cuts, spearheaded by Elon Musk's so-called Department of Government Efficiency, could imperil public safety by hindering timely warnings of tornadoes and hurricanes. Again, this was written April 1st or was published April 1st. So they were warned of this possibility well in advance. But what did you have? You had Elon Musk out there laughing about cutting all these jobs. You had him dancing around on stage with his chainsaw, thinking that it was so funny that he was destroying the federal government. All the while, he's getting his multi-million and billion-dollar contracts from the federal government. The welfare queen known as Elon Musk is lining his pockets. You have Trump out there strong arming other countries into using his service, his internet service, his Starlink. And yet we're making cuts like this, understaffing vital, like monumentally important departments and government agencies that literally save lives. And this is the result. We now have almost over 24 people confirmed dead. And now Trump has disappeared. He's nowhere to be found. An Army combat veteran, a guy named Fred Wellman, he hosts a podcast. It's called On Democracy. He is located in the St. Louis, Missouri area. So he is in the thick of it. And on Saturday, he wrote, quote, "Yesterday, my hometown was hit with massive tornadoes. We weren't expecting them in places that have never been hit before and have no idea who will help us. FEMA is all but dead, and our state is run by Republicans that hate the city. This is the canary in the coal mine." So, yeah, FEMA as well has been gutted. FEMA has been basically just completely destroyed. They have just undermined, taken away the funding, taken away any staff, and said, no, we don't want the federal government in charge of this stuff anymore. So the very people who would be going in right now, helping to dig through the rubble, helping to get people back on their feet, save lives that are maybe hanging in the balance as of right now, there's no one to do that on the federal level. And then as of today, this same man, this host of this podcast, he said, quote, "Here we are 2 days later and not one peep from Trump or even a response from FEMA at all. 5 dead, 5,000 homes damaged, 1.6 billion in damage, and not even a shit Truth Social or email from FEMA." So, yeah, I mean, they're completely AWOL. Trump has not, to my knowledge, at this point in the day, said a word about this, has not offered his condolences or said anything, to my knowledge. And Trump's worthless DHS secretary, Kristi Noem, she's apparently too busy dressing up in her costume du jour to handle this. She said, oh, well, we're leaving it up to the states. The states are going to have to handle this. Yeah. So these are all red states, by the way. These are all states, well, with the exception of Virginia. These are all states that went for Donald Trump in 2024. And most of them are, with the exception of Michigan, they're all run by Republicans. They are all run by Trump's MAGA Republicans who do not believe in helping people, who, are very slow to react when people are in need. because they just don't believe in it. They have that mentality, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. And Trump has already said, no, we don't want FEMA handling this kind of stuff. The states need to go it on their own. These states don't have the capacity. They don't have the funding, the state funding, to deal with devastation like this. And again, you have DOGE run by unelected people like Elon Musk, all of his little DOGE boy band, going in there, just gutting these agencies, leaving them with no staff, no resources, thinking that it's funny. You had all the people from Project 2025, or one in particular, who said they want trauma. They want to cause trauma to the people working in the federal government. Instead, what they've done is they've caused trauma to the people of the United States, to Americans, to our fellow citizens. So this is what happens. All the people who have been cheering this on, who have said, oh, we got to get rid of the waste, fraud, and abuse. Well, what do you say now? Not only did we not get rid of waste, I mean, it's been very clear from reporting this year that we're actually spending more money this year than we have in previous years. So Elon Musk didn't do anything to help, didn't do shit, did not get rid of waste, cut things that didn't need to be cut, did not get rid of fraud. And if he has, where's the proof? Where's the evidence? They still have yet to show any evidence of actual fraud or bring any charges against a single person, which proves wasn't there to begin with. And the only abuse I see is the abuse of government employees who were just fired on a whim for no reason, some of whom had been there for a long time and were doing a good job without warning, and now they're abusing the people of the United States. So Trump and Elon Musk and his little Doge boy band, they are the waste. They are the frauds. They are the abusive people here. They are the ones abusing the American people and abusing their power. So, yeah, not a good thing. Not a good day to be an American, and especially for those people living in those states. And even though, yes, the majority voted for Donald Trump in the election, I still would not wish this on any of them. This is horrible. This is a tragic and unnecessary situation. How many of those people would still be alive if they had had a warning, if they had had a heads up, as they have in the past? So, yeah, I'm furious. I am livid that this is the way things are going in America. All right, guys. I will let you know when I hear more on this story. I'm sure that there will be more reporting coming out in the days to come. So I'll keep you posted. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. Please even though this is a tough subject, please share this so other people understand why this happened, how this happened, and that we need to do better. We need to do better as a country. We need to do better with our elections, who we put in charge, who we trust, and the Republicans that are in charge right now of every branch of government need to step up. We need to shame them with this so that they will step up and stop this before there is more loss of life. Because I can almost guarantee you there will be more people will die as a result of Donald Trump being in charge of this country and getting to do whatever the hell he wants and having no one to step up and check him. So again, please share this. Subscribe if you can donate. Truly appreciate it. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.